You were created in Jesus for good works, which have already been prepared for you. God created you and loves you and has great things for you. And He already has it planned out for you. All we must do is trust Him and ask Him. The problem is, sometimes we don't trust Him. The problem is, the problem is, sometimes we don't listen to Him. The problem is sometimes we just don't really care excuse me, what God thinks. Now I know that you're sitting there and saying, I would never think that or say that. Yes, we have. There are some times in life when we trust ourselves way more than we would ever trust God. And I can tell you from experience that when we trust ourselves, the failure rate is 100%. Here's the other thing. I can tell you when we trust God, the failure rate is 0%. Now, I didn't say when we trust God, the fun and easy rate is 100%. No, that's not always true. Sometimes God wants us to do things that are quite difficult. Sometimes God wants us to do things that we really don't like. Doesn't mean He loves you less, but it does mean that He knows what is best for each and every one of us. That's what's so beautiful about God the Father. He's not this big guy on a big white chair with a big white beard sitting up there deciding when every now and then to help us out. Our God is a personal God. He knew you before you were even thought of. He knew the plans for you before your name was even a hint on anyone's brain. And those are the things that He wants for us. He cares for us that much. He is a personal God. You are His workmanship, created in Jesus for good works, which have already been prepared for you. God has already planned out the direction your life should take. Now that's going to do either one of two things. If we think about that God already has the plan for the rest of your life, that's going to be one or two things. Either that's going to get you excited, or it's going to scare you to death. Or maybe both. Oh, God already has a plan for me? Oh, okay. That's when we trust Him. I didn't say it was going to be easy. It's like a parent planning out the Christmas presents for their child. They planned out the gift for that child based upon what they know their child would appreciate or need in their lives. They set aside good things for their children's lives because they care for them. God has planned out good things for your life. And if I want the best destination for my life, I should build that destination around God. So how does that work? Solomon starts out by talking to his son about relationships. This boy wanders to a home of an adulterous woman. She likes him, compliments him, wants to do things for him. She's attracted to him. He feels he has been destined to enjoy her company. God wanted him in that relationship. That's what he's telling himself. Look at verse 14 of chapter 8. Common sense and success belong to me. Insight and strength are mine. She's religious. God would want this to happen. Our love was ordained or supposed to be. But that's all a lie. This was dictated more by lust or selfishness than by God. They ignored God's leading to start the process. Not asking God, didn't seek His insight, didn't desire His wisdom, and as a result, they get hurt and they hurt others. Again, Proverbs chapter 8, starting in verse 1. Listen as wisdom calls out. Hear as understanding raises her voice. On the hilltop along the road, she takes her stand at the crossroads. See, Solomon tells us God's wisdom is like a woman out in the street, shouting and waving her arms. You can't miss her. She's easy to find.